Alright. Well, hello there, everyone. A lally-ho to you. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have a cat on my lap that's meowing. Say I-50 the perverted best gentleman here with a cat on his lap. Who's being loud? What's wrong, kitty? No. Meow. Hey. Serious. Anyways, with the cat being a little dipshit. Come on, girl. We are going to Studium, and we're gonna mine this time. Last time we've done fishing. We've learned how the events of this expansion changed the land, well, under the sea. How the ethereal currents have changed. They're returning to the way they were before the sundering. Yes, cat, I know, fish. We're talking about fish. And there were like whales getting beached and whatnot because of the ethereal change. So now we're gonna see how that affected land as a miner. Also, for some reason today my connection is being absolutely dog shit. Oh. Leave my mic alone, you little shit. I need that. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Absolute. Okay, off my lap. Go to the corner and sleep there. Alright. Inageshi is worried for her professor. Excuse me, kind madam. Pardon my forthrightness, but might I beg a moment of your time? I work under Professor Tankin, and I am in search of a capable miner to assist with his research. That is your profession, is it not? In which case, I wish to discuss potential employment with the Faculty of Anthropology, assuming, that is, you have an interest in our work? That's why I'm here. Magnificent. Searchers Meet, where we currently find ourselves, is a place where gleaners connect with the faculty and students of the Studium. It allows us to acquire the necessary materials for our studies and provides us with a place to store supplies and specimens. And with your help, I believe I may be able to procure what is needed for the professor's research. Of course, such work is predicated on the assumption Professor Tankin has decided on a focus for his next project, which sadly he has not. Am I supposed to help then? My apologies. In my haste to find aid, it would seem I've gotten ahead of myself. You see, the professor must submit a research proposal to the Studium, and soon. Otherwise, he will be unable to secure funding for his work. In fact, his weary tenure could be cut short. It will be a great loss for the Studium, as he is a remarkable scholar. The very definition of calm and collected until he discovers something that piques his interests. Then his eyes widen and his cheeks take on a rosy hue. Honestly, it's like he regresses to being a young boy. Returning to the topic at hand, your first task will be to procure Professor Tankin himself. I imagine you'll find him somewhere in Numenon, if you would be so kind. Sure, let's find our new boss. Wonderful. And when you find him, pray offer him this slice of Arkan loaf. Like as not, he has forgotten to eat as usual. Wow. The sheer size of the library can prove daunting at times, but I have spent enough time with the professor to know he is in there somewhere. And now I have to be right back because Cat is throwing a fuss, wants to go out. We just started. Alright, I'm back. She said if I can't lay on your lap, then I will leave this place. And then went outside. Such a moody bitch, I swear. Alright, to Numana. Run, girl. Okay, so where's this man? Where is this man? Search for Tankin. Ah, there. What are you doing here? My man. My dude. What is wrong with you? Cheer up, get up. What? Damn it all, I succumbed to the sweet song of slumber yet again. She always strikes when I least suspect it. Get up, you lazy bum. I don't suppose you would have to happen a morsel of food to spare on your person? I seem to have built up quite the appetite whilst dead to the world. Well, wouldn't you know? I got just what you needed. Inageshi sent you, eh? Of course she would insist that I eat Arkan loaf. At any rate, yeah, my thanks. I hope you do not think me rude for indulging right away. That out to silence my stomach for a while. Truly, I am indebted to you, madam. Dozing in the midst of research is an all too common and routinely ignored occurrence here. There is no telling how long I would have slept had you not come when you did. In fact, it calls to mind the tale of a researcher seeking a means to traverse the ethereal sea. He wished to do so while still amongst the living, you see, but they found him dead in the midst of a pile of books. But that is neither here nor there. I take you come seeking employment. Your time is quite fortuitous, as I but recently decided upon a topic for my thesis. Pray accompany me to the researchers' meet once more, and I shall explain you all there. Okay, so something piqued his interest. Let's go. Pudding Bay. What, are you still reading about pudding? I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. You do you. Bring me the best pudding you can. Alright, let's see what this guy has decided as a thesis. Hey, Talaka. Enjoying your new duds? There you are, my savior from slumber. Professor, please! It would be most rude to waste any more of her time. Might we discuss the focus of your next research project, and what is it you require of her? Ah, yes, of course. Time is of the essence. Honestly, Nageshi, I do not know what I would do without you. Well, that is most flattering, Professor. Thank you. I mean it, Nageshi. I will be lost. Completely and utterly lost. Professor Tankin, Yes, and quite famished besides. So absorbed was I in my research that I had all but forgotten my need for rest and sustenance. Were it not for your kind gift, I would surely have expired by now. Oh, I thought you meant... I mean, yes, of course. Always happy to help. Someone has a crush? Provided our research is deemed of value to the Studium, we are supplied with clothing, food, and shelter. But only the bare essentials, mind you. You need to look around to know the veracity of my words. We do as we are instructed, researching and gathering resources, but what value do these things truly have in the grand scheme of things? The study of 1,000 civilizations, and nothing here has changed. The culture of Sharlayan remains as stagnant as the threadbare attire we wear day in and day out. I must confess, you do have a point about our garments. Should my shirt and trousers be soiled, I would have little recourse but to wear them inside out. Wow. But to be perfectly honest, I have no real qualms about the way we live here in Sharlayan. That is all well and good, Hinageshi, but would you be content to let your children live in such austere conditions? Your children's children. Children? Professor, why ever would you bring up such a thing? It is a it is a subject I have thought to broach for some time. After all, you shall be my sole company for the foreseeable future, and I yours, correct? Yes, I suppose you're right, and I am perfectly content as we are. Of course, if you would prefer other company... This has been wonderful, but I should be going. You two are just a rom-com. And deny us the pleasure of your company. I have long wished for the help of a third party, and I insist you stay to aid with our research. A third party. Splendid. I am resolved to change our current way of life. However, in order to do so successfully, I must first determine what cultures are best suited to blend with ours. As such, my research shall involve recreating the lifestyles of other cultures within this very building. Oh, that's different than I expected. So that was the cause of your furrowed brow of late? Well, it is a marvelous idea, Professor. Which is where your experience as a miner comes into play. I would have you gather the materials necessary for said recreations. Though we do have a great deal of resources on hand at present, they are as yet inadequate for my plans. I could just craft you the stuff. Now, if you will excuse me, I require time to consider which culture I shall attempt to emulate first. Have you ever seen such an inspiring sight? Yeah. It is a relief to see Professor Tanking has at last chosen a subject for his research proposal. I myself have long been interested in the world's myriad peoples and their customs. In fact, that is precisely why I was so keen to work with gleaners, well versed as they are in the lore of distant lands. My parents too had a love for learning other cultures. It was their fondness for the Far East and its beautiful flowers that gave them inspiration for my name. Yeah, I was thinking maybe you were like from Domo or something, but apparently Anna. Despite knowing the origins of my name, I never gave it much thought. That is, until one day when the professor commented on it in one of his enthralling lectures. Oh. However, he did not stop there. Professor Tankin continued by musing on how even a single flower can go by many names. Different regions will know it differently after all. He then went on to talk of how this difference in location, language, and lifestyle can have a profound impact on how we think. Yes, language does shape your thoughts. It's hard to imagine a concept that you don't have a name for in your mind. We, Aura, have our roots in the Far East, though I only know the Charlian way of life, he said. I have long wondered what change might occur within my own mind should I some way visit my ancestral home. It is this very question which drives my research. Yes, even now I remember his words oh so clearly. That lecture inspired me to take up my current post. Yet, though I have done my utmost to assist him, our failure to present any findings has left me with not the show of my own achievements. Oh, how I long to conduct research with him in the Far East, just the two of us. Just the two of you, eh? What are you implying with that tone? No, perhaps it is time I was honest for once. You see, I am rather fond of Professor Tankin. No shit. To be honest, it is more than a little disconcerting that he has not noticed my feelings when even you have. However, given that his current research is squarely focused on creating a better life for us, I feel this is an opportunity I cannot pass up. But I have no experience in matters of heart. Like a fool, my youth was spent with my nose buried in books. Would you, perchance, be more experienced in matters of romance? I will be forever grateful for your help in winning the professor's affections. Leave it to me, as if I had experience in romance. Truly, you will help me. Oh, thank you so much. Well, you two certainly seem to be getting along. Oh, Professor, have you come to a decision? As you are doubtlessly aware, Charlene is frightfully cold all year round. However, this has led to rapid progress in our ability to control our environs. Nothing proved this fact more than Labyrinthos. It is so pleasantly warm down there, you would be forgiven for thinking you were somewhere altogether more tropical. This has inspired me to look into the lifestyles of those who actually reside in balmy climes. We may yet happen upon a discovery or two that will never be made simply shivering in the cold. In line with this, the culture we seek to emulate first is none other than Razathan's. Splendid! We will need you to go and collect a few things that can only be obtained in Razathan proper. Hinageshi will brief you in more detail. Faculty of Anthropology, Studium deliveries unlocked. You may now undertake deliveries for the Faculty of Anthropology at the Studium. Speak to Hinageshi to learn more. Hinageshi-san, let's go. Hinageshi-ka. Cooking up a culture. Hinageshi is ready to research. And so we are. I made a list of a few honey staples we require to emulate life in Razathan, and, well, there are certainly quite a few things you would struggle to procure here in Charlian. There is one in particular which is used to make both vibrant dyes and special spices. Any road, best of luck gathering this in Thavnair. The honey staples you require can be gathered near Hamza Hatchery. Alright. Yeah, we were in that before. Hanish staple. That's it. That's a special item we're looking for. Okay. Alright. So... Since it said Hamza Hatchery, great work would be closer there. Let us depart then. Well, at the very least, my connection seems to be stabling up, so that's nice. That was a weird start. Scuffed. Okay, to Hamza Hatchery. Deliver Hennis staples gathered from the Hamza Hatchery to Hinagashi. Why do I know how to say that name. It's Hinageshi. Why do I keep messing that up? Why? Okay, so we're at the Hamza Hatchery. The closest node is here. Let's see if that's what we need. Honey staple, there we go. Okay, so it's time for a puzzle. Now I'm gonna have to try to get max collectability by using these skills. This is your basic scouring ability to increase collectability, which just, you know, most basic shit. This one is, as you can see on the bottom, has a range. It could be worse, it could be better than the normal. It's a gamble. This one is slightly worse, but has a chance of not using up a gathering attempt, which is why I tend to just spam this. Hey, wait, why did I click collect? I meant to click scrutiny. Shit. Oh well. You see, integrity not reduced. Good stuff. And that'll give me max collectability. And then I'm gonna use solid reason to restore 1 integrity. Ah, I didn't get Eureka moment. Okay, that'll give me 3 Hammer staples. Good. It could have been 4 if I didn't mess it up. But hey. Okay, this one is trash. And remember all those cordials we got from the fishing quest? It's time to use them to refuel my energy. Just do a quick gathering. Okay, that's 3. I just need full energy again so I can get the others. Hell, I don't even need full energy. I can just... If I can just find a node that is like integrity plus, I can just get enough. This is gonna be interesting. Like, what kind of lore is this going to tie up to? The gathering yield plus 3, that's not what I need. Bing! I wonder what this one has, if it has anything. Gathering yield plus 1. Yeah, not what I need either. I need integrity plus 1. Or 2. Though now I do have enough energy. So I can just go and do it. Let's see here. Scrutiny. Bam. Another one. And one more. Come on, now. I need a Eureka moment. Come on. Yes. That means I can get 1 extra use, which gets me to 3. And that'll be it. It is time to go and deliver these. To Studium. To Studium. I'm here for delivery. Special delivery. You won't get very far without at least a few goods from the regions we seek to emulate, but I trust you'll have no trouble procuring what we need. And you'd be correct. Oh my, what fine specimens you found, and so vibrant. Yes, these will be most helpful indeed. Thank you. These rocks are used to create the vibrant dyes Hanish clothing is often known for. They say each color has its own special meaning in their culture. In making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Hinageshi's trust. Deliver the items Hinageshi needs, and deliver them often to improve your standing with the Faculty of Anthropology. That was quick. Professor Tankin and Hinageshi take the items you brought them and set to work emulating Hanish culture. Heh. Oh my. That sure is something. Most colorful, would you not agree? Alas, one would surely freeze to death wearing these clothes in Charlian for very long. And while their cuisine is quite delectable, I must say it is rather spicy for my own palate. Perhaps their love for spices developed out of necessity. A fine hypothesis indeed, Hinageshi. Food is prone to expire all too quickly in climes such as Razat Han's. Copious use of spices not only helps to increase one's appetite, it also masks any unpleasant odors that might come from food on the brink of spoiling. And with the spoiling food comes the risk of harmful bacteria, a likely reason for the region's struggles with sickness over the years. I can think of no better catalyst to spur innovation in medicines through the mastery of alchemy. This, for example, a tonic to raise body's core temperature to protect from the cold. Whole. Resourceful as always. Thank you, Professor. Returning to the penchant for the colorful hues, I believe I understand their reasoning for that as well. Simply put, primary colors stand out even under the unrelenting rays of the sun. Hence, everything from their buildings to their bracelets are made in bold primary colors. And each color represents different concepts. Red, for example, represents fire. Its close relative, orange, represents the spiritual fire that rages within one's soul, the very source of life itself. This is why they believe orange to be an auspicious color for would-be mothers and the like. Would-be. Nani? I'm sorry, but does she have abs? Oh my lord, she has abs. Nom nom. You don't say. My, that is good to know, Professor. What else can you tell us of Razat Han? Oh, plenty. But I find experience to be the better teacher, so come, let us live as the Hanish do, and I am sure we will happen upon countless discoveries. Well, this is all going rather swimmingly. I had hoped this research might bring us closer together, but I never dreamed we would end up living together. Of course, it would not have been possible without your help, and for that you have my thanks. More cordials, yes, give them to me. Feed me. Esteem level increased. Hinageshi now considers you a fledgling matchmaker. So I'm gonna be like a master matchmaker? The culture of Ceruleum. Hinageshi is on a hot streak. You've come at a good time. I do believe the professor has another assignment for you. What, now we're doing Garlemald? The opposite, now cold climate? Yo! Good to see you, my friend. We were in the midst of summarizing what we learned living an approximation of the Hanish lifestyle. While we commit our thoughts to parchment, I would ask you to acquire a few things we need for our next sampling of culture. And where did you have in mind, exactly? Garlemald. The Empire? Oh my, I certainly wasn't expecting that. Do you truly believe there's aught we can learn from them to improve our way of living? I understand your trepidation, Hinageshi. I understand your trepidation, Hinageshi. While their history is filled with countless invasions and much suffering, there may yet come a day where we live in peace alongside the people of Garlemald. Though I realize how unlikely that may seem at present. But the winds of change blow fiercely now, and there may soon come a day when they seek shelter here in Sharlayan. Knowing they cannot manipulate aether as we do, I wish to better understand their culture should we need to play the hospitable host. Now I feel like a fool for thinking you were only pursuing this project to improve the lives of those who presently call Sharlayan home. Who presently call Sharlayan home. Such genius! To that end, I would ask you to procure a most essential staple of Garlean living. I speak of an ore unique to the region and a certain fruit there has adapted to grow even in the coldest of climates. Oh, and do not fret, you do not need to bring back both. One or the other will suffice. If you're a miner, get me the ore. If you're a botanist, get me the fruit. The Garlean staples you require can be gathered around Monitoring Station G. Studium delivery commenced. Okay. So we're looking for an ore. To the Garlemald. Teleport Anya. Okay, platform G. Platform G is right here. Monitoring Station G, yeah, not platform. I'm mixing them up. Garlean stable. A moment. Okay. Scrutiny. Ridiculous prospector. Let's go. Another. Come on. Ding. And then one more. Ding. Oh man, come on. Give me. I'm sad it didn't give me the no integrity reduction thing. Oh well, we'll just take one. Oh, this one has increased integrity. Okay, before I do that, cordial. Scrutiny. Now, come on. You have a 25% chance. Come on. Come on. 1 in a 4. Come on. Don't do this to me. Come on. Me. No Eureka moment either. Where's the streamer luck? Where did that go? Come on. Well. Oop. Now that I know how I don't have enough GP, we're just gonna have to RNG this. Come on. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay. Just one more. Thank you, RNG. Now, time to get the final one. Let's go. Good. Another. Come on. Come on, another. Okay. Come on. Well, at this point, I can just screw Nutty, max it out, and then collect. Haha. Oh hey, my connection is being a derp again. Interesting. To Studium! Ethernet Studium. My man be out there crafting. Alright. Now, I'm not gonna put all of them in one go because I'm gonna have to burn the scripts a bit. Because I think this would put me to way past cap. Yeah, I'm gonna just take, yeah, this much. Okay, and then go spend the scripts. Because there are books you can get to unlock more collectibles. And you get them by exchanging those white scripts. First of all, yeah, these. It takes 16. Okay. Now let us deliver the rest of them. The best of them. Goodness, I do not expect you to bring back specimens of such quality. This will make our work much easier. They use this ore to create alloys like adamantite, you know. Magitech couldn't exist without it. Magitech. Professor Tankin and Hinagashi take the items you brought them and set to work emulating Garlean culture. Is that borscht? Is that borscht? And the ceruleum heater. Pew! I must say, I'm warming up to these cozy clothes and Magitech heaters. Heh! All of this would definitely improve life in Shardian. Alas, we've only been granted permission to use the heaters for the duration of our research. We'll have to return them to the Studium after we're done. That said, I think I just felt a bead of sweat trickle down my neck. Perhaps I won't miss them as much as I thought. Then I take it you have no need of this piping hot Garlean cuisine cooked with Magitech kitchen utensils? Oh, Professor, no, I would gladly sample any food prepared with the skillful hands such as yours. Provided one is giving the necessary instruction, even a child could operate these Magitech devices. And at the heart of all Magitech lies ceruleum, A most efficient and convenient energy source, indifferent to the whims of nature like wind and hydraulic power. Its mass production allowed the Empire to bring Magitech to the people at large, with further refinements to their manufacturing process affording them surplus time and manpower, which they applied to even greater innovations. That said, the importance of alternatives to Ceruleum cannot be ignored. It is, after all, a finite resource. Should we completely squander the world's resources, we will inevitably suffer for our lack of foresight. Fossilized fuel. Professor, this looks exquisite. I thought as much when we were studying Hanish culture, but you really are a fantastic cook. You flatter me, Hinageshi. I will be nothing without the recipes that guide me. Although it does warm my heart to see you enjoy my cooking so. There are many, many dishes I still wish to try my hand at, and I would be delighted if you were willing to sample them as well. Oh, it would be my pleasure. Is it my imagination, or has the professor been more affectionate towards me of late? It really makes me wonder what will become of our relationship when his research reaches its conclusion. Oh, but I must stop daydreaming. There is still work yet to be done. Esteem level increased. Hinageshi now considers you a novice matchmaker. Hinageshi. The culture of carrots. Really? Hinageshi is mulling over her recent findings. Oh, I am positively desperate to know what culture we shall experience next. Culture of the moon, apparently. Welcome back, my friend. We will be continuing our experience as Guardians a while longer, though I would like you to set about procuring materials for the next step in our research. Though, to be honest, I've yet to decide on where that step might be. Well, thus far we have lived as people do in freezing cold and ferocious heat, so I would say it is time we set our sights on an altogether different sort of inclement environment. Spot on always, Hinageshi. The people of Garlemald may have overcome nature's fury with their sterling use of technology, but they are far too reliant on Ceruleum. Consider this. How would they cope if they were suddenly unable to obtain their precious fuel? One should never be without a contingency plan in case they are thrust into much less hospitable environs. That is certainly true. However, what kind of culture could take root in an area that is effectively uninhabitable? That is precisely what I've been mulling over of late, Hinageshi. I wish to look into how exactly culture could come to exist in such places. The issue is, well, such regions tend to be uninhabited as a result of their harsh conditions. In short, there's nowhere that meets my criteria to begin with. Inhabiting the uninhabitable. Yes, it does seem to be something of a paradox, but there could be merit in investigating the idea. You are a well-traveled adventurer, yes? Can you think of any place that may suit our curious criteria? Have you considered the moon? A settlement on the moon by the name of Mare Lamentorum? Well, that would certainly fulfill my requirements, but even if it truly exists, it's not as if one can travel to the moon on a whim. Yeah, about that. I can. You're being entirely serious, aren't you? Good gracious, you never fail to surprise. Indeed. Indeed. However, I feel obligated to mention that we know absolutely nothing of life on the moon, assuming it is even possible. It's okay, I'll bring you a bunny. Pray head to Mare Lamentorum and gather whatever items you believe are necessary to recreate life there. Leave it to me. The lunar staples you require can be gathered at the Crushing Brand. Studium delivery commenced. These look nice. So one Garlean, one Hanish. I wonder what else. Anything else? Oh, this is the botany side. This man is on a mission. So, Lunar staple. Okay. To the moon! To the moon! Okay, crushing brand. There it is. And we fly. This place is beautiful. Can we at least repair these? Like, I know they're useless now, but I would like to repair them so they don't look... Or at least, you know, break them apart completely. Will that be the one? Okay. Mineral deposit. Do you have what I need? You do. Ooh, integrity +2. I'll take that. I'll gladly take that. Scrutiny. Ooh, nice. Critical. Do it again. Yes! Oh my god, we're gonna... Come on, Eureka. Ah, no Eureka. Damn it. If it had Eureka as well, I could have just finished this in one node. That would be amazing. Ting. 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 Alright, I just need one more. So we're just gonna RNG this bitch. Let's go. Come on, RNG. Why are you like this? Come on. Keep going. Come on. Alright. I don't have enough for scrutiny, goddammit. Shit. Alas, the node got messed up. Oh well. Let's try this one. Alas. Bonk. Nice. Bonk. And then bonk. And collect. And that's 6. We're done here. Man, this is going fast. At this rate, I might have to start the crafting, one of the crafting ones as well while at it. We're going speed! To Studium! Hello, I brought you stuff. I don't suppose you would know how best to store items from the moon? I wish to avoid accidentally ruining any precious samples you acquire on our behalf. Am I gonna cap? No. By the 12, you really are capable of travel to the moon. I know nothing of life on the surface, but even at a glance I can recognize the outstanding quality of these samples. These are carrots, aren't they? Not what I expect to be found buried in the crust of the moon, but thank you. Thank you very much. Well, because, you know, if you only could go up there and see it. Professor Tankin and Hinagishi, take the items you brought to them and set to work. Right. I'm sorry, what? I mean, you got in most of it right, but Professor, are you certain this is representative of life on the moon? But of course it is, Hinagishi. My information comes from the Leporites, a race that calls Mare Lamentorum home. Well, that is all well and good, but is it necessary for us to don these ridiculous outfits? Well, I thought it might help us experience life as the Leporites do. And as for all these carrots, make no mistake, Professor, it is wonderful to know that agriculture is possible even on the moon, but I fear a diet comprised entirely of one type of root vegetable will not hold up to scrutiny. That may be so, but civilizations have had to move and adapt countless times throughout history, and they were not always able to eat exactly what they longed for. There may come a day when we too are forced to move to the moon. The professor doesn't seem to be enjoying himself much. Perhaps he is not especially fond of carrots. I realize this is not the most opportune time to focus on my romantic pursuits, but soon my time will come. I can feel it. Esteem level increased. Hinagishi now considers you an experienced matchmaker. Hinagishi in Hingashi. Hinagishi is having a splendid time. I do wonder what culture we shall be examining next. Knowing even the moon is inhabitable, the possibilities seem endless. Well, shouldn't that be even the moon is habitable? Was that a translation error, I wonder? I bear good tidings. The permission has been granted for our voyage. I decided it was about time we went and experienced other cultures firsthand rather than recreate them here on our workshop. A fabulous idea indeed. Wherever are we going, Professor? Hingashi. Kugane, to be specific. Oh, how wonderful. Though our journey has been approved, we cannot afford to tarry. We have been granted but a short amount of time to stay there, you see. Are you perchance knowledgeable of the Far East? You bet. In that case, could we ask you to act as our guide? Leave it to me. You have my thanks. We should arrive at pier number 2 when we reach Kugane. Pray meet us there when you are ready. I don't know why I say Kugane when it's Kugane. It's the, like, speaking English in itself automatically changes the way I pronounce that. To Kugane. To Hingashi. Hingashi. Kugane. It's been a while since I've last come here. I do enjoy the jumping puzzle that's here. It was one hell of a time. Haha, you fools! I'm here first. Sometime later. Oh wow. Oh wow, I'm even giving an eastern bow. Eh. We braved the experimental aetherite and came via Razadan. Much to our delight and surprise both, they were renting local attire and I was not about to pass up the opportunity to dress in authentic Hingan garb. I still cannot quite believe I am here in this foreign land with the professor. Now, where is Kugane Castle? Wherever it is, it does not seem to be visible from here. Would you happen to know a better place to take in its splendor? The roof of Shiokase Hostelry should do nicely. Yeah, you wanna do the jumping puzzle with me? Wait just a moment. Are mere tourists such as ourselves allowed on the roof of said establishment? I enjoy fine views as much as anyone, but I would rather avoid becoming a criminal. Perhaps Tasagore Bridge would be the better option. If I am not mistaken, it should be close by. Shall we have a look from there? Sure, I'll lead the way. What, you guys didn't want to do the jumping puzzle? You guys didn't want to spend 2 hours? Tasogare Bridge. A fortress most formidable. This may be an island like Charlian, but it is quite clear our cultures are as night and day. However, one must keep in mind that Kugane is unlikely to be a true representation of life in Ingashi. After all, this port town is but a tiny part of a large region, and sadly the only section of it open to the wider world. If we are to get a truly accurate picture, we must speak with the locals. So want me to take you to Doma and Azim Steppe? Speaking of which, this place is surprisingly peaceful considering recent events. The ruling class doubtless controls what information is allowed into the area, which begs the question, how much is known by those here regarding affairs in the rest of the world? Perhaps they are convinced they are strong enough to weather any storm alone. At any rate, our work here is certain to prove a most enlightening experience. Already am I glad for this trip. Professor, if possible, I would very much like to visit the Umineko tea house and sample their dango. I have heard very good things. Inageshi, do not forget why we're here. We are researchers, not tourists. You would do well to remember that. My apologies, Professor. Forgive me, I did not mean to upset you. I fear the long journey has left me on the edge. Kugane does indeed thrive on tourism, and you're not wrong to deem that aspect of their culture worthy of investigation. You're too kind, Professor. Let us pay a visit to Pier Number 1 and take in the storehouses, then make our way to Kokajia. Come on, man. That was uncalled for. Bow, 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 Where are we going? Okay, let's take the sights in, I suppose. Take the long way. In fact, let me change to proper attire for this place. Ah, the Blacksmith's Guild. Man, I remember having quite a fun with the blacksmith quests here. Tonk. Sekka, how are you? The love I hold for Forge Master Retail is only equaled by my passion for swordsmithing. Regardless of whatever it takes, I shall have him and become the greatest swordsmith to ever have lived. So yeah, this woman came to Limzalominza's blacksmith guild to learn, and then the guildmaster of Blacksmith's Guild, you know, kinda sassed her about stuff. Like how she was only crafting to make things look cool instead of taking the customer's needs into account and whatnot. Eventually she fell in love with him. Shinto-san. Ah, Albia, welcome back. You are looking well. Tell me, how was that lecherous forge master of yours doing? And that's her father who just like pulled a fucking sword on the guild master. You will not have my daughter, kind of deal. Ah, such heat. Greater perhaps even than the Garlean heaters. It is an honor to witness the forging of Kogane's world's famous katana blades. Ah, but we mustn't forget why we are come here. I suppose now it is Hinageshi's turn to rebuke me. Hinageshi? Where could she have gone? I was so entranced by the sights and sounds of the city, I cannot rightly say when I last saw her. Let us split up and search for her. If you would check the Ijin district, I will search on Koganedori. Is she in trouble? Hinageshi, what have you done? Patrolling Sekisegumi. A woman lost on the streets, you say? A tourist would have no cause to come this way. You would be better served searching near the gates of Kogane Castle. Much of the city can be seen from there. Now, if you will excuse me. Man's got a patrol. Let's see upstairs. I love this BGM so much. We're here. There she is. Let me guess, she's about to get mugged. Hinageshi. Oh, we found you at last. Professor. Oh, thank goodness. I thought if I waited here long enough, you would come eventually. Yes, we did plan on visiting the castle, didn't we? I should have expected you would have memorized our itinerary. But what happened? I could have sworn you were right behind me. Well, I was approached by a merchant on Koganedori whilst we were making for Pier 1. I stopped to say I was not interested, and when I turned out, you were nowhere to be seen. I should not have been so careless. You did warn me not to behave as a tourist after all. No, I should have been more attentive. When engrossed in my work, my surroundings all but fade away. The thought of you lost, wandering aimlessly through the streets of Kugane. We can do that better. The thought of you lost, wandering aimlessly through the streets of Kugane. My heart was fit to burst. But to see you here, safe and sound, words fail to express my relief. I can only imagine the distress I've caused you. Now, Professor, What can I do to comfort her? That's it? What, you come up with a new recipe? Terribly sorry to ask this of you, but I wish to fashion a hairpin for Hinagishi to lift her spirits. Might I trouble you to procure the necessary materials? The Ruby Sea is said to be a treasure trove of resources. Perhaps you can find something there along the shore or beneath the waves. Or we could just buy something from the Koganetori markets. Thank you. I will be fooled to leave her alone, so I will wait here until... I will wait with her here until you return. From a Hell's Lid, okay. Oh god, that's so far. Tamamizu. The Ruby Sea, Tamamizu. That's halfway through the map. That'll be better. Shwoop. Let me out. Let me out from this bubble. Out to the open sea at Rasen Kaikyo. Hell's Lid is right around here, yeah. Okay. I'm flying underwater. Hello there, Shock. Whoa! And this is why I will never get a license. Flying shark. It is exactly what it says on the tin. Flying shark. Okay. Gathering yield +1. Not interested. Let me just use these up. We're looking for an integrity node. Yes. Integrity. Something a lot of people lack these days. Come on. This one has no anything on it. Just get the crystals, I suppose. Tink. 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 Ting 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 dung. What's over here? Attempts in integrity +1. Yeah, that's more like it. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even need. It wasn't a collectible. Well, derp. Okay, fine. We got what we need. Let's go back. I've embarrassed myself enough. Where are you guys? The Ruby Bazaar. I'm terribly sorry for all this. Our stay was meant to be a short one, and yet I have wasted so much of your time. It's fine. It's K. They say the Ruby Sea is a treasure trove of natural resources. Yeah. Here. can be used to craft a beautiful hairpin in the right hands. Absolutely stunning. I shall waste no time in taking this to a craftsman. Pray keep Hinagishi company here while I'm gone. I'm a craftsman, let me craft it. I got you, come on. I could have crafted it. Where do you suppose the professor has run off to? I suppose it doesn't matter. I would only prove a hindrance were I to accompany him further. Girl, I'm gonna smack you. Calm down. My apologies for disappearing like that. I went on a little errand to have this made for you, Hinagishi. Take this! Wait. The flower on this hairpin is... Nothing get past you. Indeed, it is the flower the locals here know as Hinagishi. I thought it would be a shame were we to return home from our travels empty-handed. I hope it is to your liking. It's perfect. Thank you, Professor. I shall treasure it for all my days. Just get married already, you two. Strange. These excursions to the other lands are always a rather stressful ordeal. With Hinagishi here, though, things are different. But this is no time for self-reflection. We must needs survey the rest of the town post haste. Let us make for the Rakuza district, followed by the Bokairo Inn. Ah, but wait. Before all that, we must pay a visit to Umineko Tea House to sample their finest dango and tea. Thank you, Professor. I can hardly wait. Ah, you're a dense fucker, but you're also not dense at the same time. Alright, to Umineko Tea House. Let's go. This is the wrong way. Wait, before I go on, I was re-leveling my retainers. I restarted their classes. Alright, Curlot. Go, level yourself. And Mirnea, come here. Go. Get me some honey, sweeter than you. I know it's a hard thing to do, but I believe you can do it. Hey, what are you doing here, girl? Oh, Almia, aren't you a sight for sore eyes in this far-flung lands? I trust you're still dancing up a storm these days. How fair, Filet. These are dark times, but the show at Mujikoza goes on, and so I continue to take the stance and dance. Of course, I worry for my homeland of Radzahan, and yet the people of Kugane too require succor. If my dancing can keep the spirits high amidst all the uncertainty, then I have done my duty as a dancer. Besides, the rumor about town has you've been of something a regular presence in town there of late. Yep. So it was true. Thank you, Almia. Knowing that, I would continue to do what I can for those around me, taking comfort in knowing that my home is in good hands. Let's mess with her. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a lore dump. Okay, no, let me out. I wanted to mess with her, but I got messed with instead. After all, I still got my dancer stuff. Though I gotta remove my skills. reset my skills because there are some new skills from what I've noticed. Let's see, what is that improvised dance? Improvised finish. Yeah. Rising rhythm, what is that? I don't know of that. Like, I'm gonna have to relearn Dancer a bit, it seems. Yeah. It's okay. We'll get to it. I still got other stuff to do. I got a whole lot of classes to cap. I'm gonna have to cap Dragoon and Lancer so they can use the monk gear. Well, accessories. And because I leveled Dragoon, I'm gonna have to level Reaper. And then I can cap Ninja. I just had the most wonderful time chatting with the patrons of the hot springs. The springs were quite exquisite, though it was the view that took my breath away. Yet I yet struggle to believe that on the other side of this ocean lies Doma and the Azim Steppe, my ancestral home. How would I love to travel there just once, to see how the nomads live firsthand. You will, Professor, someday, and I shall be by your side when we do. I should like that very much. Alas, the time has come for us to return to Charlian. Let's take that again. Pray stop by researchers' meet once you returned. I would see you compensated for your work here. Bye-bye. And now, back to Studium. I was expecting more of a lore dump, like with the one I got from fishing. But this is fine too. Just a cute little romantic comedy, love story. Heartwarming stuff. To Studium. Yeah, it seems like I'm gonna do one of the crafters as well. It's only been like an hour and a half. And I'm already done with the gatherer. Well, I was expecting to be done anyways because gathering is easy. Getting collectibles is easy. It's not hard. Do it. Inageshi. It's good to be home. Traveling is lovely, of course, but best enjoyed in moderation, like all good things. I should hope you have some place to call home as well? Yeah, Ishgard. Then I would bid you return there and take a well-deserved rest. I will be in touch again once we are ready to resume our work. Quest complete! And now the bunny suit is there at the back as well. The culture of the past. Hinageshi is in a reflective mood. I guess we're going back to Elpis, huh? You know, on our return voyage to Charlian, the professor said he'd been duly inspired and eager to continue our work. What culture do you suppose he intends to study next? Yo! Professor. Now that we are all gathered, might we discuss your plans moving forward? Yes, of course. Our research thus far on the lifestyles of peoples in various regions has proved quite enlightening. However, after much deliberation, I have concluded that to merely compare and contrast locations alone will not suffice. Now, we must consider different time periods as well. Oh my, well, I suppose that means we will be studying Alec then. I can think of no other bygone cultures worth of synchronity. and I understand full well why you would reach that conclusion. However, I recently happened upon records that suggest there exists a civilization that predates Allagans. A civilization older than time, far more advanced than one might believe possible. It sounds a fantasy, I know, but if it truly exists, I wish to recreate that paradise. I have seen a part of it, a place called Elpis. Please, tell us all you know. Well, you see, I traveled through time. What, you think I can only go to the moon? A facility for testing of creation magics. Fascinating. Were it anyone else, I would call them mad, but you did travel to the moon. Yep. I realize I am asking a great deal of you, but if there's a way to procure relics from that age, I will be eternally grateful. I will make what preparations I can for your return. You got it. This may yet prove to be the discovery of a lifetime. Anything you can bring back to us will surely prove a boon to his research. Elpis staples your card can be gathered in Hungering Gardens. Studium delivery commenced. Also, before I forget, let us hide away our earrings. I really don't like earrings. Okay, Elpis stables. Gotta get back in time. Get back in time. The Hungering Gardens. I am quite familiar with that place. Because I had to gather... what was that material named? Manganese ore. Manganese ore. Scream! And she struck the landing. Right, let's see. Nothing on this node. Okay, let's just waste it. Gathers boon chance. Not any use. Tink. Tink. Nothing on this node either. In before this patch doesn't have any yield nodes. That would suck. You know what, since I'm not really using chat, let me just completely hide it. There we go, integrity +1. That'll be good, thank you. So, scrutiny. Meticulous. Oh, it's getting hard. I'm not getting full 400 now. Wow. Come on, scrutiny. You can do it. Okay, 2 uses, 3 uses, and Eureka! 4 uses. Let's get the stuff. Ting. 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 Oh. Collectible node. Alright, let's go visit that as well while we're here. I can use some purple scripts for future. When they become useful. Where is it? Is it in 12 Wonders? Because that trajectory looks like either around here or in 12 Wonders. Incoming! Scream! Okay, it's in 12 Wonders. It's on the edge of 12 Wonders. Jeez, that was like all the way across the map. Oh hey, there's a fate going on as well. Let me tag into that once I'm done here. Getting sidetracked. Rarefied Anite, let's go. Okay, Shukrunity. Meticulous. Shukrunity. Meticulous. And then another Meticulous. Nice. Now, would you cap me? Yes, you will. Go. And then go for a Eureka. Come on, give me Eureka. Yes! 5 high-quality collectibles. Let's go! Give it to me. Ting. Ting. It seems like I should increase my precision. Okay, unaffected is okay. That is affected by gathering. Interesting. Huh. So I should materia slot some gathering for meticulous action next time. Okay. Alright, I was gonna do the fate as well since I'm here. Which class? Which class? Which class indeed? You know what? Since only black mage is on the level range for this place. Do I even remember how to black mage though? This one is a single target, right? No, it's the AoE, okay. Ouch, this hurts. Quiltland, help! Help! I need your help. I need your eels. You're the best. What's going on over there? Is that a tank? No, it's not. What is the person? Fire, flare. I can't cast the flare because they keep killing, so swift cast flare. Let them gather. Thunder. AoE, high blizzard. Ouch, this is gonna hurt. This is where I end. Fire 3. Stay away from that. Fire 2. High fire 2. Enhanced flare. Now, triple cast. Flare. Another flare. And then mana potion. A third flare. And my brain froze. Okay. High blizzard, back to ice. We need mana. Can I just go? Oh, okay. I can just fire 3 now. Fire now. I see. High fire. Well, I fumbled that a bit, but hey, we're alive. Mission complete. Now, let's take a shortcut. Shoot. Cooey. Man, my gear needs some repairing. I've been running it ragged. Will that be enough? No, we're gonna have to wait for 700 GP. Well, not really, since I don't need the extra. Let's go. Let's just go. I just need 2. Well, that went bad. Shit. Cling. Good. I shall use crudity. Alright. Oh, hey, meticulous actions actually worked. Nice. I'll take those 2 and we'll be done here. I'm out! Back to Charlie. Here we go! To Studium! Hello, I'm here for delivery. Hello. You know, a part of me thinks it odd that we now strive to emulate an ancient civilization. Would that not, after all, mean we are taking a step back? Though if this elf is as advanced as you say, perhaps it will prove to be a step forward. Yeah. Oh shit, before I forget. No, I need to burn the scripts. Or else I'll overcap. Hello. Give me another 16. Thank you. That's 2 books. Good. 7 more to go. Oh lord. 7 more to go. There you go. Goodness me, this material is unlike anything I've ever seen. Honestly, I find it hard to believe it is as old as you say. All the better for our work, I suppose. These minerals are possessed of immensely high concentrations of ether. Whatever could they have used this for? Well, you see, Back then, the world was not sundered. So, you know, even a rock would have a lot of ether. Dun, 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 dun. What? What? Welcome, friend, to our humble abode. I beg your pardon, Professor? Oh, my apologies, Inageshi. I was simply imagining what the people of Elpis might have sounded like. We did our best to recreate their culture based on what you have told us. Frankly, it felt like I had wandered into a fairy tale at times, but I do find their way of life has its merits. They do not waste time on the frivolous, everything has a clear, functional purpose. Perhaps, but I find their clothes make it rather difficult to go about one's duties. It's entirely possible they did not need to engage in physical labor. Their proficiency in creation magics may have led to the decline of their physical frames. Wielding writing quills and such was no doubt a simple matter, but it is unlikely they could bear anything weighty. What role do you suppose these masks played exactly? Mayhap they were averse to showing their faces? I would posit that they distinguished each other not by their outward appearances, but by their ether. Or perhaps they all led such fulfilling lives that they simply had no need to express themselves as individuals. Both of those. To think that such a sophisticated civilization vanished in but the blink of an eye. I wonder if all cultures are ultimately destined to meet the same fate. We will discover that answer in due time, I'm sure, though part of me wishes we could live like this forever. An interesting idea, Inageshi, but I am not so sure it is a wise one. Still, it is gladdening to see you enjoy the cultures of old world so. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Not exactly. I was merely thinking how nice it would be if every day could be like this, experiencing new ways of living together. Studying the length and breadth of a people's history as a whole, we could see not but trends and tendencies. Like this, however, taking a glimpse of their lives day by day, the parallels between our cultures could become quite clear. Even these ancients of Elphis no doubt enjoyed the simple pleasures of life as we do, taking each day as they came. It would be oh so lovely if we could do the same, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, one day at a time. Why, Inageshi? You are exactly right. I sometimes feel I learn more from you than I do my own research. You flatter me, Professor, but I've said nothing of worthy of such praise. A veteran matchmaker. The culture of love. Inageshi is loving life. We have already amassed so much data for the professor's research. I cannot imagine where we will turn our attention next. Well, before I do this, my cat is meowing. She's back. Be right back. What do you want, girl? Yeah. Meow. Get in. I can't wait for you. You're muddy. And so I return. Good, you're here. There's something I wish to discuss with you both. What? What do you want? I will be informing the Studium that my research has concluded. Oh hey, I'm dropping frames again. Weird. What is up with the internet today? Let's see. What? But why? My apologies for keeping this from you, but my research had an ulterior motive. It was in fact part of a contingency plan devised by the Forum. That plan being mass exodus to another star. The true goal was to determine what cultures were worthy of preservation and how said preservation might be accomplished. I don't understand. Are you saying the Forum had resigned itself to abandoning this world? I'm afraid so. Yet the fact remains that culture can only survive and thrive through the people who share in it. Any knowledge we might feasibly preserve now is no different from the myriad tomes collecting dust in the halls of the Studium. Which is why, apart from research being conducted in Labyrinthos, we were tasked with finding suitable cultural elements we might actively preserve for those in the future. And it was during our most recent endeavor that I found myself answer to this great conundrum. Hence, there is no need for further research. I need simply summarize our findings in my thesis. My sincere thanks to you both for all your hard work. Truly, the pleasure was all mine. A pity our work must come to an end. Yes, well, did you have any plans for after our research was finished? I cannot say that I do. Our work together has been so engaging I could scarcely think of aught else. In fact, it has been quite some time since I paid a visit to my parents. Well then. Where did that come from, Amelia? Just randomly coming in, Aqua's trash. Which reminds me, they said they found a new suitor when we last spoke. Something to look forward on the voyage home, I suppose. Oh, I skipped that one. A suitor? Oh no, she's getting forced marriage. No. Cease. Gods, am I too late? If only she had stayed a short while longer. What do I do now? Oh, you were Simmerton too, huh? Fool. I was hoping she would accompany me on my next venture. Research of a ceremony of sorts. I say research, but it's more of a squint. Oh, thanking. Such a roundabout thinking is how you got yourself into this mess. My recent endeavors together with Hinageshi have made me realize just how much she means to me. I realize the foolishness of harboring these unrequited feelings, but I can contain them no longer. Which is precisely why I intended to propose. Oh. It's about time. There's nothing foolish about love, Tankin. Thank you, my friend. I certainly hope you're right. But before I propose, it will be prudent to learn how she feels about the matter. And for that, I require your help. Though I understand if you would rather not involve yourself in such a personal matter. You will help me, truly. Then perhaps hope is not yet lost. You see, my plan was to fashion an eternity ring. I wish for it to be something memorable, which is why I would ask you to procure materials for the ring from the place where Hinageshi and I first worked together, Labyrinthos. I shall see to the rest, and I'll hopefully steal my nerves in the interim. Alright. let's go get this man his stuff. Finally, these two are getting together. Labyrinthos. Lower Akrinthos. Where's Akrinthos? Where is Akrinthos? Okay, where is Akrinthos? Ah, there it is. It's the entrance. I wonder if this one has it. And there it is, Eternity Ring material. Nap. And that's it. Okay. Back to Studium. Let's get these two married already. I still have some leeway. But anyways. Have you found something suitable? I do not mean to rush you, but I fear time is not in our side. Thank you. Thank you. Now to set about fashioning the ring. Before you go, may I ask one last favor of you? Please deliver this letter to Hinageshi. Alright, let's go. Where is she though? Ah, at the arbor. It would be better if you just teleport. I'm gonna finish this quest line and then end the stream because today's just connection-wise is not my day apparently. This was a nice side story, like, didn't learn much, as in the lore-wise, but it was kinda heartwarming. It's a small little romantic comedy. Alright, let's go. Hashire almiyayo, kaze no yoni. Hinageshi! Don't! I can still hardly believe our work with Professor Tanking is over. It was foolish of me to grow so attached, I know, but I've never been so happy as when I'm with him. A part of me wishes he felt the same, that we might have grown closer in the short time we had together. Alas, life rarely lives up to expectations, but thank you again for all your help. I had better be going now. Wait! A letter addressed to Hinageshi. The untidy handwriting betrays how nervous Tankin was when penning it. I have a letter for you. A letter? From the professor? It says he wishes to discuss his future works with the Studium and that I am to return immediately. But he should be readying his thesis. Whatever could be so urgent? Only one way to find out, I suppose. Yep, only one way to find out and get married. Come on. Jamming way, what are you jamming at? Man, I remember learning how to play the town tunes on Bard, since they have a performance mode where you can play. I forgot all of that. I need to practice my bardsmanship again sometime. Alright, let's finish this, man. You delivered the letter. Good. Now I need to wait for her arrival. Here we go. Sorry to keep you waiting, Professor. Come on, man. Do it. You can do it. Thank you for returning on such short notice. You see, there's something I must tell you. To be brief, how should I say this? Squint. You noted in your missive that you wish to discuss future matters with me. Have you perchance decided on another subject of study? No, not exactly. You see, Hinageshi, I would like to officially list you as the lead author of my current thesis. Naturally, this will require you to contribute extensively to its composition as well. A fine opportunity for you to put forth writings of your own as well. You would trust me with the position of lead author? I will be honored, of course, but it was you who did most of the work. I could not possibly steal the plaudits you so rightfully earned. Nonsense. I have learned so much from you over the course of our research, it would be night fraudulent of me to take all the credit. Is that so? I had no idea. Well, I'm afraid I must disappoint you, Professor Tanking, for I cannot stay. Nani? My parents have completed arrangements for me to meet this new suitor they found, so I must return home at once. You shall do nothing of the sort. Professor, please. There's still plenty of time until the thesis must be submitted, correct? Surely it can stand to wait until I met with... The thesis is not what concerns me, Hinageshi. It's... Didn't you prepare for a gift for her? Huh? Nudge, nudge. Come on, man. Yes, of course. If it not for you, I fear my nerves would have gotten the better of me. Thank you. Our work together has taught me a most valuable lesson. It is not an environment that makes a home, but rather the people one shares with it. And in time, those people may form the deepest of bonds. Hinageshi, it is time. Hinageshi, the time we've spent together has been the happiest of my life, and I do not wish for it to end. Say that you will stay with me, that we may enjoy the simple pleasures of life together, one day at a time. Ooh! Professor Tanking, I don't know what to say. You are well within your rights to refuse if that is your want. Should you choose instead to be bonded with this suitor of yours, I will not stop you. Bonded? Whatever are you talking about? Did you not say your parents found you a suitor? No, you have it all wrong, Professor. The suitor is not for me, it is a business partner. For my parents. Your parents? You did know that my parents are both botanists, yes? They were recently introduced to a potential financial supporter who also wished to know more of my research interests. I thought it an opportunity to secure funding for our next venture, and so I agreed to meet with him. Our next venture? Of course, you won't be getting rid of me that easily, Professor. There's still so much for us to see, so much to do. Then, does this mean you have accepted my proposal? Proposal? I'm not sure I follow. And may I ask why you have that ring? Are you... You fucker, you're just getting revenge on him, huh? Well, you see, this ring is used in the ceremony of eternal bonding, and I was hoping you might join me in a recreation of the ceremony. A recreation? Absolutely not. The real thing, however... Then let this be the first of many real experiences together, Hinageshi. Will you join me in the ceremony of eternal bonding? I thought you would never ask. Yoink! Oh wow. Huh? I know not what the future holds, but so long as we are together, I know our days will be filled with joy and happiness. A lifetime of new experiences and endless possibilities. I love how Almir is just nodding there over and over. That's more like it. That's more like it. This was all so sudden. If you told me this was a dream, I might be inclined to believe you. Nevertheless, it gladdens me to know we will continue living together as we are. Though a small change of pace now and again would not be a terrible idea, perhaps we'll take a trip once our thesis is dealt with. Ah, speaking of trips, we will have to pay a visit to my parents first and foremost. A splendid idea. I had a feeling you'd think so. But before all of that, I wish to thank you for helping to complete our great work and more importantly, for bringing the two of us together. I believe I speak for both of us when I say you have our eternal gratitude. No biggie. I'll take the gathering. Esteemed contributor, you have completed all of Hinageshi's tasks. She now considers you a master matchmaker. Keep an eye out for a Studium. Yeah, we know. We had that last time as well. 'Tis not hereafter. And there we go. All outfits properly made. Now, I wonder what the others will... which areas the other three quests will fill. But let's see. Next time, I think we're gonna do the culinarian one. Yeah. We're gonna do the culinarian one. We're gonna get to know this bunny. Apparently... Oh, right! I read up about this. I had a bit of a spoiler about the storyline for this one. Just a general spoiler, not the whole thing. That's gonna be fun. Like, that's gonna be quite enjoyable, I think. Now, can I melt this? Yes. Alright, and now we got our upgrade as well. With that all said and done, also, just hide the damn thing. I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you for watching. If you had fun, if you had some good chuckles there. Also, why is my chat popping again? Feel free to, you know, like, subscribe, comment, and please the gods of this website. Other than that, have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.